Hey, Konstantin here. In this video we will cover two important input types in HTML, text and password. These input types are used to collect user data on a web page, and they play a crucial role in web development. Let's start with the text input type. This is used to collect just all the text-based data from users, such as their names, email or message. To create a text input, we will use HTML element input with a type attribute set to text. Let's see how it looks in the code. And let's write input, type text, and let's also write here an ID. Let's call it text2. Let's call it name, and let's give it also an attribute of name. I will tell you about this attribute later. And let's give it a placeholder attribute. This will be a hint for the user what user should enter there. Placeholder, enter your name. And as you see, our text input appeared with our placeholder text, enter your name. And let's write another element which is associated with input element. It is a label. Label, it is like the text associated with input. It is like name of the input or something like that. And let's call it name. So as you see, we have like a simple form with one input and a label for it. To associate the label with this particular input, we need to use for attribute in the label tag, and this for attribute should be the same as the ID attribute of the input. So let's write here a name. And how we can check if this label is associated with the input? You can click on label, and as you see, the focus is appeared inside this input. And this is also very important when we are using a tab button on our keyboard to navigate forms, or when users are using screen readers. So yes, every input should normally have its label with for attribute associated with particular input. Alright, now let's dive into password input, and let's write here the second label, and let's call it password. Let's write for password, and input type password. We can define it but by choosing the type of password. I can't use IntelliSense today. Normally I will just type everything by hand. And let's give it the same ID of password. And let's give it also a name, password, and also a placeholder, enter your password. And let's make a break here, so our inputs will be on the different lines. So the main difference of password input is when user is typing something here, You can see actual symbols, but just an asterisk, so it's important for privacy reasons. Just no one can see the user's password. Alright, and that's it about inputs of type text and password. I will link in the description for more information. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and happy learning!